Day one, God made light when there was none. Day one, God made light when there was none. Day two, God made clouds and sky so blue. Day two, God made clouds and sky so blue. Day three, God made plants and sea. Day three, God made land and plants and sea. Day four, sun and moon and stars galore. Day four, sun and moon and stars galore. Day five, God made birds and fish alive. Day five, God made birds and fish alive. Sixth day, God made animals and man that day. Sixth day, God made animals and man that day. Day seven, God has rested in his heaven. Day seven, God has rested in his heaven. I guess whenever you older kids come forward and sit up here, it throws me off a little bit. That's okay. Thanks, Bonnie, for coming up here. Jesus called them one by one, Peter, Andrew, James, and John. Next came Philip, Thomas too, Matthew and Bartholomew. Yes, Jesus called them. Yes, Jesus called them. Yes, Jesus called them, and they all followed him. James the son of Alphaeus, Simon also Thaddeus, 12th apostle Judas made, Jesus was by him betrayed. Yes, Jesus called them. Yes, Jesus called them. Yes, Jesus called them, and they all followed him. How many books are in the Bible?
66.
Ooh, that was weak. How many books are in the Bible?
66.
All right. How many books are in the Old Testament?
39.
That's right. How many books are in the New Testament? 27. Okay, here's a question that you were supposed to work on with your teachers today. How many divisions are there in the New Testament, or what are they called? Is that what you did? You didn't do it today? So we're learning it today. How many divisions in the New Testament? There's 4. There's Gospels, history, letters, and prophecy. 4 Gospels, 1 history, 21 letters, and 1 book of prophecy. So we go 4, 1, 21, 1. Gospels, history, letters, prophecy. Work on that one. We'll work on that one some more later on. All right, so today in our Bible class, we learned about that Adam had other children besides, what were his first 3 sons' name? Cain, Abel, and Seth. And he had more sons and daughters after that. How old was Adam when he died? Did you learn that today? 930. Very good, Sid. You're going to have to help me out on these. 930. That's a very long time, isn't it? Yeah, that's a long time. We'll talk about why that is maybe later on. There was one of Adam's descendants named Enoch. He didn't die. What happened to him? Yes, Zoe. God took him up to heaven. He didn't have to die. What a lucky man he was, because he walked with God, is why God was so pleased with him. Enoch had a son, and his son became the oldest man who ever lived. Do you know his name? Yes. Methuselah. That's very good. It's hard to say. Methuselah. How old was Methuselah when he died? 969. Here's some interesting facts. Did you know this? That Methuselah died in the same year that the flood happened. When Methuselah was born and his son Lamech didn't live as long. When Lamech was born, both of those, Adam was still alive. He could have gave the mama a baby gift for those 2 babies when they were born. So isn't that interesting that they could have went back to Adam and said, what was it like in the garden? What was it like when you were kicked out of the garden? They could have. Now, Methuselah had a son named Lamech, and Lamech had a son named Noah. Did you talk about Noah?
Yes.
Yeah. How many sons did Noah have? 3 sons. What were their names? Shem, Ham, Japheth. All right, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Very good. Those are all hard names, but they're all names you can think of when you have children. What you might want to name your children. What?
She said Rose.
I got it wrong. I thought he had a son named Roast.
Roast?
But it was Ham.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you for that one. Roast and ham. Or, well, chicken. Now, anyway. All right, so, great. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Jesus loves me when I'm good, when I do the things I should. Jesus loves me when I'm bad, but it makes him very sad. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. The Sea of Galilee, the Sea of Galilee, the Sea of Galilee, and there was a boat on the Sea of Galilee. There's a boat in the Sea of Galilee. There's a boat in the Sea of Galilee, and there are men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee, and there are hands in the men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are hands in the men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are hands in the men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. Pause for a second. She's going to have to sit on your lap for you to help her, I think. She wants help. She keeps saying, help me, Bonnie. And anyway, so watch closely. So now we're ready for what's in the hands. There are nets in the hands of the men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are nets in the hands of the men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are nets in the hands of the men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. And there is a fish in the nets in the hands of the men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There's a fish in the nets in the hands of the men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There's a fish in the nets in the hands of the men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. And there are many, many fish in the nets in the hands of the men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. Many fish in the nets in the hands of the men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. Many fish in the nets in the hands of the men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. Very good. Let's go sit with our parents, our grandparents, and Leon.